No stud on the bottom.
That's pretty good. Wow. The walls have wood strategically placed every few inches. So when there's wood back there, that's good. The screw can go directly in the wood. So we're not really using the sheetrock. This is sheetrock. This is not really strong for holding things. That's why we use those things when there's not wood. There's a stud that runs up and down behind right here. We can use the screw. So right here we removed our rod holding device, our mounting device. We took the screws out, and what we did is we said we're going to go 6 inches up to make our length not touch the ground, and then we're going to go 1 inch wide for a couple different reasons, so that when our curtain hangs we can hide our old holes, right? Because we're lazy, we don't want to patch and paint. And then the other reason is for our shear rod, we can mount it right beside inside. Have no problem. I think I am getting into a stud, so that's good. So we won't need to use an anchor, which is good because we don't want to hammer. Well, here comes our backup screw. Try to do it at an angle so that I can fit my tool in here nice and easy. Again, I'm removing the screws from the mount so so that we can prepare to move it. Got the mount off. I'm about to measure 6 inches above the hole. It's going to be about, I'm going to measure 1 inch out from it. 1 inch out. Oh. When you hit it hard like that, that's how you know you hit a stud, so you don't need an anchor. We weren't that happy with the other ones. I mean, we were happy with them, but the size I think was too small. They were like flat when you had them all the way closed. So these have a width of 50 and then a length of 96. So they're longer. So we're gonna put them in and see how they look. We're expecting them to touch the ground, but we just want to see how it looks first. We can also see how high we want to raise it. So stay tuned. Another thing that's cool about these two is if you look, they go from light to dark, but they say hangs 2 ways, so I think that they're actually reversible. So I think on each side there's loops that you can feed it to. So that's kind of cool. So next, now that we got our curtain set up, which isn't there yet, we've taken it down so that we can install some shears. This is really good for filtering light, and if you want to open up your curtains and still have some privacy. They had the same dimensions, measurements as the ones we just mounted, so 50 by 96. Since they're the same length, we know measurement wise where we need to mount, or how high we need to mount them so that they don't touch. So that's a bonus. We don't have to figure that out like we did with the other one. So if you take a good look at these just got a great look to them. I don't know how the camera's showing it, but it's a nice white, you know, with this cool little brown border. That's pretty cool. I really like that. So this is a tiny rod. I think you could call it a curtain rod, but we've got it for our shears, and you can tell it's pretty tiny compared to the one that's holding these, because these are much heavier. So these are lighter, so it doesn't need to be as heavy. One other thing we thought about when we were doing this, planning this, is how far these stick out, because if these stuck out the same length or longer as our existing rod, they would interfere with each other. But these, as you can tell, they only stick out like 1 1/4 inch, maybe 1 1/2, and that one sticks out probably 3 inches. And you'll see what I'm saying when we mount this, is that this will not interfere. Oh, and they snap in too. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. here. And if you have trouble getting them tight, you can actually put a little tool on it to make it tight, but we're just going to do hand tight because I don't think we'll need much more.